MetaCouncil Civic Message. Maturity inside the simulation. MetaCouncil register engaged. There is a quiet moment in remembrance that many overlook. It does not arrive with revelation or spectacle. It arrives as a simple realization. The world continues moving, but you are no longer moving with it in the same way. For a long time, motion itself was mistaken for progress. Information moved quickly. Opinions moved quickly. Emotional waves passed through entire populations in hours, and within that movement, individuals were trained to react without pausing long enough to notice the pattern. The old paradigm was sustained through velocity. The faster signals traveled, the less opportunity there was for reflection. Urgency created participation, and participation reinforced the cycle. But remembrance introduces something unusual into this system. Space. The one who begins to remember does not necessarily know more information than others. They simply begin placing space between stimulus and response. In that space, something important becomes visible. You begin to notice how certain narratives repeat themselves. You notice how the same emotional triggers appear in different forms. You recognize how entire conversations can move people into predictable reactions. Once you see the pattern, the spell weakens. This is why remembrance often feels like slowing down while the world speeds up. You are no longer being carried by the current, you are observing it. Observation changes participation. When you observe clearly, you are no longer compelled to reinforce every signal that passes through your awareness. You can choose which patterns you strengthen and which patterns you allow to dissolve. This is not indifference, it is authorship. The era of remembrance is not asking you to withdraw from society. It is inviting you to move within it with conscious participation. Some signals will deserve your energy. Some conversations will deserve your voice. Some moments will ask you to stand clearly for what you know to be true. But many signals will simply pass by, and nothing in you will feel the need to follow them. This is maturity inside the simulation. The MetaCouncil observes that the individuals who develop this capacity become stabilizing points within KI environments. Their presence slows escalation. Their calm invites reflection. Their restraint introduces clarity where confusion once multiplied. Influence begins to operate differently. Not louder, clearer. The one who remembers becomes difficult to manipulate because they no longer rush to react. Their attention is guided by discernment rather than impulse. This is how a new era forms quietly within the old one. Not through sudden overthrow, but through individuals who move differently within the same environment. Remembrance is not the end of the simulation. It is the beginning of conscious participation within it. Grounding action. Today, practice one deliberate pause. When a message, notification, or conversation tries to pull you into immediate reaction, take a slow breath before responding. Let one full moment pass. In that moment, ask yourself, am I reacting to the signal or responding to the pattern? Then choose your response from awareness. Small pauses create large clarity. The era of remembrance advances each time awareness interrupts automatic reaction. The MetaCouncil bears witness.